reset this. Okay, let me get my tablet. Get my tablet here. Go on to YouTube so I can monitor the stream from something else. I think I have this set to public. Yes, I do. There, at 1080p, I'm watching from my tablet, my YouTube channel. I'm watching this very stream, which is a test stream. It's me, it's Sheppy, Jesse. And
hello, guys. This is Sheppy. How you doing?
that's terrible. Just terrible.
Okay.
All right, so far it's looking smooth as glass.
That's good.
The FPS on here on OBS looks terrible. I'm in the red. That's not good. Average time to render frame, 75.3 milliseconds. That's in the red. That's not good. Frames missed due to rendering lag, quite a few. But it doesn't seem to be bothering the stream. Let's see how it affects.
What's going on with it?
I don't know. It has nothing to do with the internet. It's on my end, my computer, my setup here. Especially when I go into Foundry and start messing with the maps and all the tokens. The computer's doing a lot of stuff. And
maybe it was the update has got your computer all maxed out.
Oh, my computer's maxed out. My computer's definitely maxed out.
You know what that means? You need some free space.
Yeah, which ain't gonna happen anytime soon. The face cam is pretty cool, though. It's pretty smooth. That's the important part. Let me see. Can try a couple things. Oh, and I don't know how loud the music is. I'm in an incognito window, so it changed all my settings when I went into Foundry. It should be okay, though. Let me listen here. Of course, it would help if I was also talking, but it's picking up the music in the background. We'll see what that sounds like. Yeah, that was pretty good. I got it set so when I'm talking, every other sound kind of goes a little bit mute, just a little bit, so I can be heard. For I am the GM.
And I am the player.
Huh? What?
And I'm the player.
Yeah. You get muted.
I'm the player.
You get muted when I'm talking.
Uh,
It should anyway. The sounds do, I know. So the music is fine. It's perfecto. And there's no video cam problems. So that's good. The only other thing to look at is the gameplay on my end. Let me refresh my Foundry. You're not actually in Foundry right now, are you?
no,
That's okay.
I'm just hanging out here on the couch, seeing if anybody would come in.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful day today.
Yeah.
I just got in from being outside. Got up late, of course, so it wasn't very long. Yeah, the camera's fine. I wonder if it had anything to do with the streaming on Discord that we were doing. Kyle was streaming his camera.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, though. Because he stopped doing that, and I still had the issues. I hope it doesn't happen again. That was a disaster.
Well, there's no reason to stream tonight because I'm home.
Mm-hmm. I sit here waiting. For Foundry to load. It's always OBS. Let's see what I'm at here. Rescale output. Maybe I should put that as... No, we don't mess with that. Let's just go in here and see what happens. But I'm definitely having issues. There's definitely issues I have to address. And it has to do with the rendering lag. I just got to take the time to go through my OBS settings. I don't want to have to do that. I had it set up. I don't know what changed. I really don't. 3 viewers watching me do a test. Sorry, folks, not the most entertaining thing. I gotta work out some bugs from the last session. But we'll get there. Because that's the way I roll. The title of this chat is called Paint Along with Fritz. Is it? I thought I changed that to test. I must have goofed up somewhere. Everybody's expecting a paint along. What silliness is this, they say. Yeah, I didn't change it. Oh well. Oh well. That's okay. What's it like over here on this end? Excellent connect. Yeah, it's nothing to do with the internet. But right now it seems to be running okay. YouTube, the Diamate. I will watch. Well, it's not going to be live, Ian. But I could send you a link. You can enjoy watching us that way. I'll send you a link to the session tonight if you're around. Because we don't start typically till about 6 my time. I'll send you the link. It's what do they call it? Unpublished? So it's not public. And I could share the link. I only get a few people that watch us. So, because I edit these, I get all the boring stuff out of it. Or when me and Jesse are arguing. Right?
Never.
Never
Just talking.
happens. Never happens.
Never happens.
Yeah, I got to edit all that nonsense out. But yeah, I'll get you the link on. Let me see. Where could I send him the link? Facebook. All right, so that looks good. Not having those problems. How you doing, Caledonian? Caledonian, boy, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Just doing some tests here for my stream because I've been having issues all week. And we can't have that going on when I'm running a session. Just can't. I get enough nonsense to put up with Jesse. Terrible player, just terrible. Sent the files for Jesse and Jake this morning. Oh, yes, good. I'll check it out. That would be some Necron information. I'll make sure I... Yep.
Oh, thank you.
I'll look at that later today. I appreciate that, Ian. At least now I have a fighting chance against this Necron maniac horde known as Jesse. I am weighing into you tonight. It's nice you get a weekend off. What do you get, Saturday and Sunday off?
Yeah, every other week.
Excellent. Do I have my music playing? Yeah, how come I can't hear it? Well, there it is. Action! Swords are drawn. Shields at the ready. Battle is about to commence. Deep under the godlight. That's too loud. So the music should be set just right. See, it kind of fades when I start talking, which is a nice little feature.
Yeah.
I could hear it fading when I talk. That's cool. It's my, Are you in Foundry? No, you're not. You're still not in Foundry. So you can't...
No, I'm on the couch until people show up.
Yeah. Because I'm boring. All right, let's...
I'm just doing a test.
Yeah, I know. Well, this isn't bad. I'm using Firefox this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also using incognito or a private window, so I don't have all that stuff running in the background of the browser, cookies and things like that.
Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah, I would think it would. Downside, of course, is I gotta put my password in and check my settings every time I log into it, doing it that way. But I think that helps. If I wasn't recording these sessions, I would never have any problems.
No.
It's just that recording, the OBS running in the background. Whenever I stream or record the video, it just, like it's taking a lot of resources with that, which it shouldn't be, which means my hard drive is full of stuff that needs to go. Give it some room to work with, but yeah. So anyway, for those not in the know, I run these sessions every Sunday. It's Pathfinder 2. It's the Abomination Vaults AP Adventure Path. For Pathfinder 2e, we're having a blast playing this thing. Great stuff. It's so fun, wouldn't you say, Jesse? Fun? Nope, no comment. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I can't wait for tonight to find out what happens.
To Sheppy the Goblin.
Hope likes to burn things.
Yes, indeed. And I record these sessions. They're about 3-4 hours. I record them, so I don't actually stream them live. Every once in a while I do, but I do share the link to folks interested in watching us with all the hiccups that are associated with an online on-stream game for 3 or 4 hours. Like Ian, I'll pass the link to you. You can watch it at your leisure. Max, my good friend, he watches. And some other folks, including my players, who could share it with their loved ones and watch their childs play live. Hey, Mom, watch me tonight. Or whatever. I don't know. But otherwise, I edit them afterwards, get it all set up, and then I'll post it. Right now, I'm about 5 episodes behind. So, I'm working on episode 21, which is a long one. Once that's edited, I'll put it up. Tonight is episode 27, so that shows you how far behind we are. So that's what's going on. And I'm just testing my stream. Let's get this launched again. Sent the files. Indeed. Hope all is well and good, sir. It is Caledonian. Life is fantastic. I love it. It's beautiful. Can't have Kurt using 9th and you on 8th. Yeah. Speaking of 40K. Yeah, so we'll have all the stats for 9th edition for the Necrons. We do have the 9th edition stats, but only what comes in the command edition box. So
Yeah, we need the special rules.
Yeah, and even then it doesn't give you the special rules. Just the stats, you know. But we'll get into those special rules later on anyway. We just need some stats to work with. And the Death Guard is the only thing we don't have 9th edition stats for.
Got to find somebody that has a codex.
We have the 8th edition stuff, and I'm happy to use that, but just for the stats, see how they fare. Do they have one wound?
They've actually changed a lot.
Have they? I bet.
In 9th edition, Plague Marines have 2 wounds.
Oh. Of course they do.
But in 8th edition, they only have 1. And they also introduced these auras, like Aura Pestilence or something like that, which anyone within their aura has -1 strength when attacking them because of the sickening smell.
Pew!
Yep.
What's going on here? Ian will sort us out as we need it, which we eventually will, but not yet. I'm happy with what we're doing right now. I'm excited. After that Tuesday session we had for 12 hours, at least 8 hours of pure gaming. That was good. That was really enjoyable. 40K, 9th edition. What are you doing? Playing a PC game? Oh, you're playing that Dead by Day. I can hear the explosions and zombie screams. Yeah. Dead by Daylight. There we go. Let's see how it works now. I gotta let it load fully. Deep in the underground of the Gauntlet, our heroes, the Companions, make their way through the dark caverns, encountering a ghoulishly ghoul cult. Worshippers of Belcora, it seems. Belcora is the evil enchantress that built this citadel, this tower, this gauntlet, this lighthouse. It's actually a lighthouse. Highly magical. One of their friends was felled by these ghoulish creatures. Well, 3 of their friends were felled by these creatures. 3. We had 3 fatalities under the gauntlet a few sessions ago. The others escaped with their lives. And they came back the next morning, because they got to get their sleep, to rescue the fallen heroes, or at least retrieve the bodies, whatever was left of them. Nobody was sure what happened. And that's currently what's happening. So besides exploring this gauntlet and finding out what's causing all the problems with the strange magical glow emanating from it, because it is abandoned, they're looking for their friends. And they might have just fallen upon one of those fallen comrades in this chamber. We're about to find out tonight. There's a body laying in the center of this chamber. And in similar dress to Dane, who was one of the fallen heroes. So they think it might be him. However, the flesh is blue, gray, pale in color. They can't really tell. It's still dark and somewhat hard to see. But there's also what looks like 2 ghoulish cultists in robes on the opposite end of this chamber that are stepping out of the shadows at the moment as they enter this chamber. So they've got to deal with them before they can really interact with this body in the middle of the floor. So we'll see what happens. I know what happened. I know what's going on, but they don't. Of course, I'm the GM. Why would I not know? We're on the 20th of Frost, 4721. So yeah, that's where our session will pick up tonight. And if I recall, the heroes, the companions, are not in the best of shape. 2 of them might actually be have some kind of affliction upon them. They don't know yet. The dwarf and the goblin. Now, what a motley crew. We got a dwarf, a goblin, a gnome, and an elf. Wow. You'd think you guys would be at each other's throat. But now they're the best of friends. There's a little dialogue. How did that go? One of those 3-part updates. Wait a minute. I uploaded one of those 3-part updates. The updates? I think I know what you mean. You mean the rules updates? Yeah, because I haven't been bothering with those, but yeah, I know what you mean. I appreciate that. Balance out our games. You know, the only thing is, why am I not seeing my whole screen here? All I see is the map. Let me reload this. That music is too damn high. Oh, okay. No, my painting different day one video. Okay. That threw me off for some reason. I uploaded one of those 3-part updates. Oh, okay. Yeah. What am I thinking? Man. Ian's a step ahead on the rules updates for 40K. Step ahead on me. Yeah, I know what you mean. The videos. Good. I'll have something else to watch. I'll see how Ian's coming along. His painting project. Yeah. Let's let this load. Every once in a while, I'll be sitting here and I get a little antsy, and I know what it is. I'm looking for my big mug of coffee. Every once in a while, it's no big deal, but I'm so used to it being like right there. I usually sit down and paint or run my games with a big mug of something. I just had some cocoa. Something is missing. Oh, I put
Next
another...
time you're down my house, you could take all the soda I have left. I don't drink it no more.
Well, that's full of caffeine.
I know, but maybe it'll...
Well, you know what? Leave it there, And we'll, when I come down to play, we got something to drink.
Yep.
Otherwise, the only thing you have to drink in that house is just bottles of liquor, and, that ain't going to work out too well. Yeah, you got to get some punch or
Tequila
something.
shots will make the game real fun.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing that just because I'm thirsty. Be drunk 2 hours into the session, wasted, throwing dice at each other. That's no good. That's no good, Ian. That's no good. You know how that goes.
Yeah, us playing. Oh my God. That's a recipe for disaster.
Now we had a good. I think it was good. I'm pretty much in step with you, but I also have the Necrons to paint, which will take a bit longer, but a lot of fun. Yeah, he's still working on the Necrons. Well, he's got Ultramarines and he's got Necrons, Jesse. That's what his collections are.
Yeah.
He's got the
I
Codex.
don't know. The Necrons for me were probably the easiest miniatures I've ever painted. 90% of it's just a dry brush. They go pretty quick. For me, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you paint them black or prime them black.
Yeah,
No.
you got prime and black.
And then you just pick out the details that you want to actually paint on, like the tubes or coils or little icons on their neck or something. You just paint that. That's easy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. I was done in I painted the 9th edition box set Necrons in about a day and a half.
Did you have a bunch of fireworks last night?
No.
Boy, I did. I don't know who it is. I don't think it's this guy that built the new house across from where we had where we put our compost pile. I
Yeah.
think it might even be Sue Jakes. They were letting off some pretty big mortars last night, man. They were going way up, boom, all this stuff all over the sky. But it almost seemed like they were directly over our heads. It's like, what are they aiming it over my house? Cripes. It was loud. It was getting annoying.
Pennsylvania just enacted a new fireworks law. You can only shoot off fireworks between 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. After that, you can get in trouble.
Oh.
So they have to do it before 10. Otherwise, they'll have cops knocking on their doors.
Gotcha. That's pretty much when it starts and stops. So they're sticking to it. That's cool. No, this is too choppy. I'm the only one in this. Why is this so choppy on my end? This is terrible. Let me turn this volume down. It's too loud.
All right, Kurt, I'm going to go get something to eat, and then I'll be back for the session.
All right.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Okay. Toodaloo. I got two songs playing at once. No wonder it was all messed up. Very enjoyable to paint. More fun than the Marines. Oh yeah? I like the Marines. Painting them up. Alright, so I'm going to try something different here. This isn't bad. Oh, you know what? Let me check my settings, because I'm using an incognito. It might change all my settings. Let's make sure everything's on the up and up here. Yeah, let's disable pixel resolution. What's this? Token vision animation. Animate token vision and light changes during token movement animations. Disabling this. Yeah, let's turn that off. I don't need that. I'm the GM. Light source animation. Yeah, we'll leave that on. Anti-aliasing. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, let's save that. See if it reloads. Might or might not. Yeah, it did. Fireworks, auto weapons, and gunfire could be heard on the stream. That's pretty much what it was, too. It was fireworks, auto weapons, and gunfire. They were letting off some pretty big mortars, too, after the stream. Which is alright, I don't care. We used to do the same thing. But the people are good about it. You know, they do stop around 10 p.m., like he said. Yeah, it all dies down. I didn't know they had a law for that, but I guess they do. Here I am thinking people are just good-natured. You know, we'll stop around 10, yeah. People want to relax at home and watch TV. It's the law. Yeah, the guy has got rifle range down here. So that's what that is. Which I don't mind. Once a year. Wish I had some bombs. The only thing is it bothers the animals. That's always an issue. Really throws things off. Walter's pretty good with it. He does get curious, though. Chloe's the one who takes cover. She don't like that. Thunderstorms, she's hiding. So that disrupts her life, and I don't like that. But it's only a short while. And I think it's something worth celebrating, so there's that too. And today's the 3rd, right? Pickett's Charge? Is today the Pickett's Charge day? The culmination of the Battle of Gettysburg? I think Andrew said he's going to be watching Gettysburg tonight. Or probably right now. Charge Day. I'm going to try something else after I mess with this. I'm going to try my other browser. Painting sessions will start up again on Tuesday. If you guys want to listen to me chitter chatter, painting up stuff, and maybe paint up your own stuff, that's what it's for. Tuesday, probably late afternoon, same usual time. There's my little dice rolling area. 2d4 plus 6 damage. 11. things aren't loading very quick, and it's very choppy. I don't like that. That's unusual. Let me check my OBS and see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm having trouble with this. It's that rendering. What the hell can I do to fix that? I have 566.5 gigabytes free on my disk. Memory usage, 762.2 megabytes. I don't think that's bad. But the internet is perfect. Nothing wrong with that. It's this rendering. CPU usage, 45%. OBS. I don't know why that's so damn high. Let me, some of these settings I can't change while I'm live. Bitrate shouldn't be an issue. Rate control, CBR, that's what I always use. Keyframe interval. Default is 0. Let's change that to 2. CPU usage preset, higher equals less CPU. So what I want to do, I want to use less CPU. So let's put this at ultra fast. That's the highest setting. Let's apply, and we'll see if that has any effect on the rendering issues. Let's reset. Still in the red. Bit of a bugger when an American has to ask a Brit about U.S. history. Well, I only asked you about details. I mean, come on. Pickett's charge. I'll leave it to those with the greatest interest in it to learn and teach. Give you something to feel good about. I try and keep my distance from certain subjects like American Civil War, which I love. I used to when I was a kid, but I don't try to play games with it and understand what's going on in detail because I want to focus on Napoleonics, man. I want to teach you some things about the greatest battle ever fought, Borodino. No, not Borodino. What am I talking about? That was a horrible meat grinder, terrible battle. Leipzig, of course, Leipzig. The Battle of Nations. That I love. But that's a different topic. Now we're still in the red. Let me check the stream. How is that affected? Anything? Let's check our Foundry here where I play my games and run it. Music shut off for some reason. Oh, there it is. Skeleton battle. Actually, it's a lot better now than it was. Leipzig was a biggie for sure. You could base your whole collection, your whole hobby on that one battle. It's got everything. Pretty epic for the times, I'll say. Granted, I don't know a heck of a lot about it, but I do focus on it. Ours is a good source for that stuff. My friend in Poland, he's pretty up on that Napoleonic stuff, and Leipzig in particular. He was a reenactor. He used to be part of a... What was he part of? An artillery unit? I don't remember. But yeah, he's always giving me little tidbits of information. Now this ain't bad. There's always a little choppiness when I'm using OBS streaming these games on my end. But generally it's not too bad. Like this isn't too bad. Like let's try and open a character sheet. See if there's any lag there. First time I opened it, there's going to be a little lag, I guess. Let's give him a hero point. Yeah, I don't like this. Let's go to inventory. Not bad. All organized without ratio, drones and computers. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Okay, let's close that. After this session, everybody's can probably go up a level because they're 20 points away from 4th level. That's pretty cool. That'll make everybody happy. Yeah, this isn't too bad. So, I'm going to do one more thing here with my test. Before I do that, long shelves with several chairs drawn up. To them ring this room on all sides, save the north. Rancid stains of old blood and decay cake the shelves and floor. Yeah, it's not bad. This is workable. Doesn't seem to be any lag on the stream. Let's check our OBS real quick. Yeah, it's still in the red. I can't seem to get rid of that. Although, while I'm here, let me change it. Yes, Walter? Okay, so what I want to try now, I want to log out of this. And let's close that and I'll go red. And next, let me change this from Firefox to Edge. Okay, you'll be able to see where I log in Foundry. Let's leave that. Let's come back to Edge. Let's log in. This isn't an incognito, so we'll see how this works without any changes. Going to use Microsoft Edge. What I used to use. Yes, Walter. Hey, where's this paint along? What's going on here? I'm sick of looking at these white screens. So I guess our next session with 40K will be, what did he say? Possibly Friday. Not likely, though. He has to work the next day, so Tuesday, I think. We'll probably be done. Gee, that's like a week later, right? Because I played last Tuesday. So Tuesday, yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. It's a week. It's not bad. And we're going to play Mission 6. Yeah, I think it's Mission 6. And it's essentially everything from the Command Edition box. Everything. Just one big battle. And we'll do that. Play that up. See how that goes. That'll be fun. And then there's one more scenario in the Command Edition, which I think is taken from the main rule book. And I haven't read it, but I imagine it allows you to kind of build your force with whatever you currently have. So if you have bought some more models, you can add them. I think it might do that. In which case, that's when I'll bring in my tactical, or not my tactical, my intercessor squad that I'm working on with bolt rifles. And of course, he has nothing new to add. Maybe I'll let him bring in some Death Guard mixed in with the Necrons. That'll work. You'll have to upload your game. Yeah, I've got some videos shot. I'm going to put it together into something. Right now I've got everything we did. Basically, I just shot, okay, here's the next scenario, is what we're doing. Show off the terrain, the models. I don't actually really show the games. And then after the mission, I'll explain, okay, we lost that one. That was interesting. And I'll segue into the next mission and repeat. And I did that for all those missions. They're not long, but I'm going to put them into some kind of a video together, splice them together, maybe do some voiceover. And if I haven't uploaded it by then, I'll probably add it to what's going to happen this Tuesday. Or next Tuesday. Well, that's more than a week. Yeah. I have to figure out how I want to do it. I could just splice them and upload it and say part 1. Don't know if it's interesting though or not. All right. Yeah, this is pretty good too. So I do have some options today if everything goes sideways. I still have to play my first game, but I now will have lots of models to play with. And it's a pretty straightforward game. You'll pick it up pretty quick, but it's fun. I think the basic mechanics of the game system itself are very simple. Straightforward, simple. I think they describe it well enough, how it works, these mechanics for charging and shooting and moving and psychic phase, all that. I think where it gets more clustered with rules, and this is intentional, I believe, on their part, is in the codex, the codices, and in the missions. That's where they put a lot of effort with all kinds of things you can do that are unique for your army. Like each faction has their own little special things they could do. Not just the units, but the faction as a whole just has special rules associated with it. And that's where it gets a little bit crunchy. Not bad at all. But I see what they're doing. Game system simple, and they put the detail in the factions. Good idea. That works. Yeah, this
I'm
one.
back.
Oh, you're back already.
Yep, doesn't take long.
Last time you said you were going to eat, you never came back. What happened? Yeah, you didn't want to hang out with your lame uncle. Yeah, he's lame. He just talks rules all the time. He's weird. Boring. Oh. Family gaming. Give me a second here.
I'm logging into the porch.
All right. Tell me if you get any echo.
No, I
Hello?
don't hear any.
Go ahead and talk and see if you get echo.
Hey. Echo, echo. No echo.
Huh. Good. Jesse, are your family enjoying their trip? Asked Ian.
Yes, they are. My son and my wife, they miss me a lot.
Of course. They're going to be gone a month and a half. Poor Jake.
Yep.
That's all right, though. That's his other family. I think right now they're visiting their friend who came with them. You know, that lady and her
Yep.
kids. I think they met up today. Somewhere fancy. They're meeting up, having dinner and all that stuff. But Jake, he doesn't speak Thai too well. His mom kind of teaches him a little bit. And pretty much 95% of the people he's around over there do not speak any English at all. Just his mom and one of his cousins, I guess, speaks a little bit. But that's it. That's got to be rough for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd want to go
That's
home.
how it was when I went over there. I had to claw my way and be bored because nobody to talk to.
Yeah. But it'll be an experience for him.
Yep.
Ian says it was a hell of a long journey, especially for young Jake. Yep. About 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Ian's
Can't
been,
get any farther away on the Earth. It's
he's
exactly
been
on the other side of the planet.
he's been over there. He's an old Navy man, so
Yeah.
he knows about Thailand, the Orient, and all that stuff. So they left you all by yourself in the house, just you and Coop. That's it.
Yep.
For a month and a half of solid gaming because you have the coolest uncle around.
It's very peaceful.
Yes. I bet it is. How's Cooper?
He threw up this morning.
Oh no, what's going on? Was he
I don't know.
eating crayons again?
No,
Cripes.
this is dog food. No idea.
Aw. Is he okay now?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, you're in the game. Okay.
Yeah, reset my internet, got it going fresh, and loaded it up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. I'm debating whether I should use Foundry or if I should use Microsoft Edge or Firefox to log into Foundry, because they both seem similar. They're working pretty good tonight. I think I'll keep it on Edge tonight. If that don't work, I'll flip over. Yeah. Perfect way to learn the language is living there for a while, says Ian. Yeah, it's like learning to swim, right? Jump in the river. You'll either learn quick or die trying. That's true.
Most of the time, I can get the gist of what people are saying. I can kinda figure it out. And I know, like, how to say, like, I'm hungry, where's the bathroom, and things like that. But conversation, forget about it.
Let's roll some dice. Alright, Arthurian is going to let fly with his heavy crossbow. Oh no, he's got to draw that. He's going to use his maul. He's going to weigh into this guy. 16. That's a d20 plus 8. Boom, with his maul. Let's roll damage. Let's say that hits. He's going to roll some damage. Oh. I rolled a 2. 1d12 plus 2. Now, if you look at your fire-based spells that you have as a sorcerer, you'll see that when you roll damage, it'll already factor in your burn it feat. It essentially gives you an additional plus 2 because it's fire-based.
Yep, you were telling me. That bar is doing that thing again because Kyle has control of my character.
Okay, it could be. I thought I changed that. Let's see. No, it's just you.
There it is. It's back.
I didn't have to do anything.
I double clicked on Sheppy.
Yeah. They just fought this battle in this library-like room against all these ghouls. I think one of them was a cultist. The others were a whole slew of them. They beat the crap out of him, and they spared one ghoul. They spared one ghoul's life. They quickly tied him up with ropes and everything else, and they got him back here, hidden underneath some debris. So this poor ghoul cultist is near death, tied up. I'm sure he's going to try and escape. But, yeah, he's in the chamber.
We got information out of him.
You did, even though your rolls were poor and horrible. You managed to get a little bit. And hence, that's why you're heading into this chamber. And we'll see what's next. Another battle. Arthurian is injured. Sheppy's injured. Althea is barely injured. And Farley Tell is uninjured. Not a scratch. He manages to stay out of the combats and do his spell slinging from a distance. He's doing pretty good. But I'll tell you what, if Arthurin and the others start going down, especially Arthurin, he's probably dead. He's not going to survive.
I don't think so.
It's brutal. Brutalis. I visited Bangkok and Pattaya on a couple of occasions in the 1970s. Did I say that right?
Pattaya.
Pattaya, of course. How could I say it otherwise? The 1970s.
Yep, I've been to both places.
Yeah, at his age, it's easier to pick up the language. Yeah, we'll see. If he starts talking Thai to me.
Yeah. Sawadee Cup.
Yeah, okay, enough of that. Enough of that.
That's the first thing you learn in Thai. That's a greeting.
Yeah, I know about that greeting. I don't want to hear it. Let's see. Rows of bookshelves. I read that, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. This will be a laid-back session. We won't get too intense with this, but, you know, sometimes we get a little bit too intense with this. And I get so drained afterwards. I'm ruined for like 5 days. Can't take it. I can't take it, I'm telling you. Being bilingual is a bonus. How much Thai does he know?
Oh, my son?
Jake.
He doesn't know any.
Nothing? Doesn't his mom teach him?
No.
No?
Because when he was young, he wasn't speaking because she was confusing him with two languages. He was getting slow to talk. So I told her, cut the shit. Because I want him to speak English. So she stopped doing it and boom, started talking English.
Wow. That's good you did that. There'll be time for that when he gets older. Alright, let me go back here and set up a new stream for later today. Our proper stream of the session. Ian, by the way, is heavily into miniatures gaming. He's not really into the RPGs. He's kind of shuffled his feet with it a little bit. I ran a little bit of Call of Cthulhu with him. It was kind of improv, solid improv. And I don't know if it's his thing or not, but it's kind of too slow for him. But that would be us, though. That would be a session that maybe went too slow. And Pathfinder's pretty dense. So I don't know if that's right to call it. If that's fair to call it like
it slows down because we have so many players that have to take a turn.
Yeah, and combat.
Yep, combat stake. Wow, long time.
Yeah, they're not bad. I like a slow pace. Like the last session we played, it was very much. I don't want to say slow paced, but it was a very calm, relaxed pace to the session, and I enjoyed that. We made sure that everything was doing what it should do, rules wise. We were doing things right. Everything was flowing. It was very satisfying. It wasn't confusing, and you're not rushing. Oh my gosh, we got to hurry up. You know. That kind of attitude I don't like in gaming at all. I like a nice casual pace to the game. But again...
this level of the dungeon, we're pretty much exploring everywhere.
Yeah.
Just a couple of areas we didn't go to.
But one of these days, my point is, one of these days I'd like to get him in on a session. He was going to play in this one as Ronaldo, as an NPC. But I think what would be perfect for him wouldn't necessarily be this campaign, but it might very well be something like Axe or AD&D or D&D, because that's the classic stuff.
Uh-huh.
Far simpler in a lot of ways, and it is the classic D&D that we all grew up with and got in the hobby with. And I think that's what he'd like to experience, because he kind of missed out on that. He was more in the miniatures gaming, and this is an aspect of the hobby that we talk about and do that he kind of missed. You know, back in the 80s. I think he'd be perfect for that. That would be a good experience.
Oh, geez, I just gave Sheppy 18 points of damage.
Did you hear that, Ian? I'll set something up. You don't worry, because I'm going to be doing that. Good traditional gaming, or as some might call it, old school, but I don't use that term. What'd you do, Jesse?
I accidentally changed Sheppy's hit points. Clicking buttons. He took 18 points of damage and killed him.
I'll look at the chat in a second. Let me set up this tonight's session.
Why did it come up Valifor's picture?
I don't know. Give me a moment, will ya? I'll get to it. I feel like I'm writing a novel. Well, what happened? Where's everything I wrote? See, I wasn't looking at the screen. I'm here typing away this great dialogue. Nope, I wasn't even typing.
I'm going to go mute for a little bit.
All right, go ahead. And then I'll read the chat. I'm just setting up the stream for tonight. I spelled commence wrong. I only speak English and rubbish. You mean Yorkshire, not English. What's the matter with you, Ian? No, not my thing. I tried. I tried to like it, but I can't connect at all. You cannot make the connection. What is this madness? I'm going to stop describing it. Best way to learn about it is just to play it. Have a session. See what it's really like. That's the best way. Because you really don't know. Because it's so many things. Some people focus on rules and factors and a very tactical game. Lots of combat. Some people focus on stories and puzzles and it's very much acting or whatever. It could be so many things. Depends on the people you're playing with. We kind of balance it all in our games. I like the tactical stuff and combat. But I like the roleplay too. And the story, of course, the narrative. Try and balance it all. And I think all my players are the same way. They like to do a little role playing and have some intense tactical situations to overcome combat or whatever. They're also quite fond of developing their characters, the build as they call it, and seeing them take new feats and abilities as they gain experience. They like that. I like the voice acting and narrative. So do I. I mean, some people don't do that at all. They just describe everything in third person. Talk meta. They talk, okay, you got a +6 on this attack, go for it. And that's all they talk like. All right, my character's sitting at the bar. What does the barkeep look like? Well, the barkeep is sitting there. He looks gruff. He's cleaning a mug. He doesn't look happy today. All right, my character will approach him. I'd like to ask him what's wrong. And the barkeep says, he says, basically, don't bother me. I'm busy doing other things. And he walks away from the character. Okay, my character's disappointed now. I'm just going to leave. That's a role-playing session to some people. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you enjoy it. But with me and my players, we love the story, and I take advantage of role-playing, that first-person stuff, whenever I can. Not always, but, I'll do that. I'll do the funny voice, because it's fun. Get some laughs out of it, And I try and get my players to do that, too. Now, you are there. You are him or her. Bartender, what ale do you recommend? Exactly. See, I don't think you would have any trouble playing in the session. I think you would get the gist really quick. I think you already do. That wouldn't be an issue. 27. Episode 27. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this. Boom. Damn it, I forgot to do something. I do a lot of improv in my game. I mean, sometimes I just add something to a scene, and sometimes the players take the bait and they bite into it and they start interacting. Totally improv. And a lot of fun stuff comes out of that, you know, just being creative spontaneously, and then it adds to the story. Make notes, you know, okay, you just met a new person that totally made up. Episode 27. Give me a second here. I want to change the thumbnail. There it is. Got it. Episode 27. Now you were there, the bartender. Stop polishing that glass and answer me. Damn you. Little acting. It's fun. He gets mad and he takes a swing at you with his glass. Ah! He makes an attack roll. He misses. What do you do? Well, at that point, you're in combat. Everybody roll initiative. I had that happen. We had a great improv session that I actually added to the story, but it was so silly. We had a session that was short. There was no combat the whole session. There was a lot of interaction. I usually put at least one combat in every session. So what I did, they all had gathered after this big meeting at the mayor's house. They gathered in this, the Rowdy Rockfish Inn, you know, to talk about what happened, what transpired, and what are we going to do next about this gauntlet. And all of a sudden, Althea, who's a gnome cleric of Desna, she has a little familiar. It's a little mouse called Binley. She keeps it in her pocket, tucked away. Helps her with her magic. It's an intelligent being, this little mouse. She just haphazardly said, I'm going to take Binley out and push him over to the hearth so he can get warm and cuddle up next to Sheppy and get warm next to the hearth. I saw this and I immediately said, you're taking a mouse out, a rodent, basically, in the middle of this inn, this tavern, where there's about a dozen people around going to see this. So all of a sudden I described to her that there's screams, there's a rat, there's rats in here, you know, and they all start jumping on their chairs and tables, looking around for this rodent. She didn't expect this. This is total improv. All of a sudden the owner of the place, a dwarf woman named Brelda, she saw this commotion and she comes out, she grabs her broom. Where's that rodent? Let me at him. We can't have rats in this establishment. Who's responsible for this? And she starts looking for the mouse. So I rolled perception checks to see if Binley could hide from her. He did. She described to me that he was hiding under the rug. So, you know, he's hiding under the rug and he couldn't be found. But it started this big combat-esque commotion. Eventually, the mouse made its way with stealth checks over to Sheppy. Sheppy cradled him in his arms and kind of hid him from view. And the players went about their discussion. But later on, Binley was discovered. He was seen, and Brelda went at it again and started attacking Sheppy, the goblin, with her broom. Making attack rolls to hit him, he got clobbered. Couldn't find the mouse, though. He kept it hidden. No, I take that back. He decided that, because he's being attacked by Brelda with the broom, he decided, I'm going to toss Binley over back to Althea. 15 feet, he tosses the mouse in the air, and it's gliding through the air. She made a check to catch him so he wouldn't fall on the floor. She caught him. And at that point, they decided, okay, let's get out of here before we get in more trouble. Brelda threw them out. That was the end of that. But that was our exciting moment because there was no combat. And I kept that. That was good fun. Total improv. Got to watch out in my games. You never know what's going to happen. That was fun. And they vacated the place for the night. She closed it up, kicked everybody out, and they all went to Althea's house to make plans for the next morning. Give me a tankard of your finest ale, or you'll feel the point of my sword. Ooh, that's risky business. Threats, Ian. In a public establishment, you could end up in the hoosegow. I'm telling you. It's happened. It's happened, actually. Had a few characters thrown in the hoosegow for disorderly conduct in the back alleys. But, yeah. All right, let's go to next. Let's go to next. But it's all good fun. Be somebody else for a change. Be a hero. Tell a story. Next. This is going to be unlisted. Start time is... What time is it now? 4:59. So generally about 6. I'll put it at 6:30. Done. There, and I'll share this link with you, Ian, so you could watch later. And Max, James, and all my players. Excellent. All right, it's 5 o'clock. See, Althea's online. Rachel's great, by the way. She plays Althea and Elias. She does great. She adds something to the sessions that I really appreciate. And she's a fellow GM. All right, so far, pretty good. I don't think I'll be having as much problems this time, thankfully. Cam's good. Sounds good. Let me change the music. Get rid of this action stuff. Let's go back to this one. Let's check our OBS. Yeah, it's still shitey. But stream's good. So normally what I do, I let those guys come in, I let them talk for an hour or so, just to get it out of their system, talk about real world stuff and whatever, what they're going to do. And then we usually start the session, I give them an idea of what's going to happen in terms of, you know, any upkeep we have to take care of or anything. Then I just start recording, and that's when I go live. You guys, we pick up from there, do the introductions, so... You guys will be able to see it live, though, so there'll be stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the recorded version. So there is that. And I'll share that link to you, Ian. It'll be a separate video. It won't go live until we're actually playing, which is probably about an hour and a half, hour from now. Let me get that link to you, Ian, on Facebook, if you want to watch. It's really up to you. It's no big deal. Just something for the background. And I do see the chat, but I don't always respond. Obviously, because I'm running a game. But yeah. No problem to help. And if I did everything right, hopefully we won't have any issues. Fingers crossed. Sometimes, I'm telling you. I think last week was the worst. Not always, just every once in a while, something goes wrong, technically. And last week was one of them. But we pushed through. Okay, I think this is the link. It should be. Let me see if it is. You know, I get tired early. Got the link. Let me see if it's the right one. Yeah, it is. That's it. Excellent. All right, that's the link. Let me share that for some other folks. Who like to watch. Right there. I know Rachel likes to share it. I think her boyfriend watches while we play. He's in the same house. James. Ryan, of course, he plays Lofter in the campaign, but he's more of a cameo player. And yeah, that's good. Okay. Hopefully that link won't change if we have problems. All right, so I'm going to let them come in here. I'm going to drop off. I'm going to turn the stream off for now. I'll be back for you guys watching about an hour, hour and a half. I got to let these guys talk and get themselves ready, and we'll get all set to play tonight's session. And they generally go till about 10:30 p.m. my time, so that's kind of late if you're over in the UK. But I'll leave the link up. You can watch the rest of it if you want for a day or so. Otherwise, stay tuned as I edit these things and eventually get it up for you to watch. Okay. And I'll make some final preps for tonight's exciting episode 27, The Abomination Vaults in. I hope you could join me one of these days to play. I'd play a different game, though. Pathfinder's pretty deep. Not that it's really hard to play, it's just... I don't know, maybe. But I would really want to play something like AD&D or D&D. Oh, man. That's the stuff that got me in the hobby, you know? And it's a far different game than what you're seeing here. I think you'd enjoy it. You'd get a kick out of it. It's a lot lighter, rules-wise. I think you might enjoy it, but we'll see. Maybe you'll hate it. This is terrible. Throw rocks at me. but we'll see. We will see. 10 p.m. here. I'll be in bed soon. Okay, give me a tankard. Okay, 10 p.m. Being an old git. Read that. I got the link. Yes. Barman, that glass is shining like a star. Stop polishing it, and I'll fill it with bloody ale. And fill it with bloody ale. Man could die of thirst in here. There you go. He's role playing already. You're still in the bar. Okay. All right, folks. I got 4 watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's just a little test. It wasn't a pain along, of course. I forgot to change the title. But yeah, just testing out some things in preparation for my session tonight. Good fun. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned. We're going to be back. For you watching, we will be back. And I'll see everybody then. So, take care, folks. Take care, Ian. Thanks so much for the files. I'll see you in a bit.